Hissam Haider. I am 6 goals and I'm 33 years old. I'm from Pakistan. So I got into polo because of my family at a very young age when I was maybe 10 years old. And obviously initially I didn't know if I'd be a professional polo player. Then I came to England and I met John Horsburgh and he gave me a big hand into the professional polo circuit. And I've been here since 2002. One of my favorite players, and obviously he's everyone's role model, is Cambiaso. I don't even think he's human. He's superhuman, and I think he's got a big following, and everyone looks up to him. So the hardest thing for me to overcome in polo is probably coming from Pakistan, because it sounds funny, but obviously the English players play with the English, the Argentines play with the Argentines. To break into that circuit is difficult. But for me, it is the toughest challenge. Learning to play polo in Pakistan, the greatest thing I learned was I always played all sorts of horses. So I mean that really helped me a lot, because I've been through phases in my life that I haven't been super well mounted. So I mean, even then I could play. And secondly, when I was growing up, the fields weren't amazing in Pakistan, so it helped me with my hand-eye coordination also. And thirdly, I was very lucky to play in Pakistan, because at a very young age I was able to play a good level of polo, and obviously it made a good platform for me for the future. My goals for polo, obviously everyone wants to achieve the highest they can in polo. My dream would be to play the Camera, which is not the Argentine Open as everyone wants to play, but more realistically the Camera, which is 31 goals in Argentina, which I really want to do one day, and I hopefully will fulfill that dream. And looking in the future, I mean, I'm really enjoying myself right now, and I think if I keep enjoying myself, I'll keep playing and having a good time. But the next 5-year plan is to get super well mounted, do really well in England. I have a good opportunity in Argentina right now, so do well there and just keep the cycle going as long as I can. I think the greatest thing about polo is that, first of all, the speed, the anticipation. The greatest thing is that the game's never over. Every second something's happening, and that keeps you involved all the time. I don't think there's any other sport. There are very few sports maybe that you're like all the time involved, and you always have an opportunity. My favorite type of horses are horses that are small. They're very handy, and they have to have good mouths, because the kind of polo I play, especially in England, is very tough. So you need a very compact, tough horse that can last the whole season. I used to have a mare. She was fantastic. She was like 14.3. Her name was Margarita, and she passed away last year, but she was phenomenal. She had so much power for the size she was, and her agility was incredible. And when you had the ball on her, the level of confidence was a different level. It was unreal. I like almost right now. I'm really well mounted. I'm really happy. They're all really good. I couldn't really pinpoint one horse that I'd say is it's unbelievable. I got 2 or 3 right now in my string that are really good. I've got a couple of new ones from Argentina that are doing super well. So I think next year I'll be really happy and well mounted. So the horses in my string right now, I have an old mare. She's called Charito. She's my favorite at the moment. She's a bay mare. She's super agile. I wouldn't say she's the easiest to play, but she's got a good mouth. She jumps a bit, but agility wise she's right up there with the best. Then I bought a new grey horse from Argentina, which is called what's it called? Forgot. Duty. The horse is called Duty, and it's very agile too. I wouldn't say it has top pace, but as far as handiness and agility is concerned, it's right up there with the best. I mean, if I was to choose the best team on the planet without me, it'd be Cambiaso. With me, okay. It'd be obviously Cambiaso at number 1. I'll try and play at 2. Put Facundo Perez at 3 and Nero at 4. For me, they're the best of the best. My favorite club in the world is Guards Polo Club, because I think it's super well organized. It's very competitive at every level. Um, every aspect is taken care of very professionally and precisely to the point. Everything's super. The best fields, the best umpires, um, the best staff, everything. They're very helpful. They organize tournaments really well. They help professionals. They listen to professionals. They listen to patrons. So for me, it's the best club in the world. The most memorable game for me in England would be we got to the final of the Royal Windsor in 2013 and or 12, and I got to meet the Queen, and it was an amazing moment. I mean, obviously the whole world wants to meet the Queen, and we were actually playing in front of her, and she presented us with the prizes, even though we lost. But it was a big day, big occasion for me as a player. So I really enjoyed it. I would say, I mean, obviously you have to believe in yourself. It's not an easy sport. It's very tough because you get opportunities and you got to make the most of the opportunities you get. And I think you do get opportunities, and if you take them, I think you can be successful. There are a lot of people in England, they get opportunities at high goal. The thing is to invest all your money in horses as much as you can, because that's going to take you a long way. If you don't put money in horses, you're going to struggle. Polo is my life. I mean, I can't imagine living without polo. You wake up every day, it's like, it's your job, it's your passion. The social side of it is unbelievable. You always with people, with great people. You always have banter. You have, So for me, it's like it's a lifestyle. I don't think I could live without polo. I wake up every morning and I'm looking forward to everything. You're going to watch matches. You're looking after your horses. You're doing practices. You're riding horses, making teams. You win some, you lose some, but all in all, it's a lifestyle.